If you captured the devil, how long do you think you can hold him for? I'm Salad, and I saw the Twilight Zone Season 2, Episode 5, The Howling Man. It is directed by Douglas Hayes, written by Charles Beaumont, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts with following David Ellington. I like how this episode starts with him saying something to the audience, like directly speaking to the audience, his eyes full contact with the camera. So I'm having eye contact with him. It's pretty creepy. So he's telling the story of how he was lost. He stumbled upon this place in nowhere, but somehow he's able to find it. He's able to convince these people to let him in. Initially, they were like, no, we don't want you, nothing. None of that. But he's like, dude, I'm just hungry, I'm cold, I'm literally just lost. So, he gets let in. And there's a guy named Brother Jerome who these guys talk to, and they take him to Brother Jerome, this wandering lost traveler. And this wandering lost traveler is told by Brother Jerome, go away, go home. But on his way out, he notices Howling Man. What's going on with this Howling Man, he thinks. He goes to talk to the Howling Man. Howling Man's like, oh my goodness, these guys are crazy. They're sick. They're demented. They got me captured in here for so long. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. And then another guy comes in and is like, oh, I thought you would... Brother Jerome thought that you would lose your way. Come follow me. And then he goes back to talk to Brother Jerome. This guy has so many questions. Who is that man in there? Why is he howling? Don't you hear the howls? And I find it interesting, an interesting decision by Brother Jerome to just not acknowledge the howling at all, even though he does respond to it. And then the guy's like, wait, you can hear that too. So it's real. Who is that man? What's going on? Brother Jerome, he's like, that's the devil himself. I've spent years upon years looking for him, and I keep seeing him and then not being able to capture him, but I was able to capture him. I'm smarter than him. I got him captured, okay? And I gotta keep him, and the only way to keep him is the stick of truth, because truth expels all of the devil's ways, which is just lies. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I like that. I like how binary it is. The truth is anti-devilish, and the lies are pro-devil, like the devil uses lies. And this guy's like, I'm not sure if I believe you still, but yeah, I kind of believe you. And then he's like, oh, I believe you. And then he goes to the Howling Man. I don't believe the man. I'm gonna let you out. Oh, get me out. You gotta get me out. Is this the only thing that's capturing you? And it's just like a stick of truth. It's like, yeah, just get me out. He's like, thinks about it for a second. Alright, I'll let you out. And the devil gets out, and he strikes him. I feel like he's like taking some of his energy. He doesn't kill him, though. But he is passed out for a second, and then is awake, and then notices that Brother Jerome's coming, and then he's like, oh, I gotta stay asleep again. And Brother Jerome's like, there he goes. You are going to remember this night for the rest of your life. And I like seeing what exactly this episode distinguishes as devil's influence versus just human nature. Like humans who just are just wallowing in themselves, that's just humans. They can't be saved from themselves. They're just have a bad outlook, and it's produced by them. But the devilish things are the mass wars and the genocides and all that jazz. We didn't have those anymore. When this guy went to this castle, it was about after the Great War, and then when the devil got released, that was when World War II happened, and then the other wars, and then the Korean War. I'm like, oh, this is the 60s. If this was modern times, they would mention other things like maybe the Vietnam War, or the Cold War, or the Iraq War, or 9/11, or the other wars, or the current wars of modern time. Insert war here from whatever year you're watching this video from. That would be happening if this was written in modern times, but it's still this idea that evil just persists. And no matter how long you capture the devil, you can never hold him for very long. And so this guy is telling this story, and it turns out to be a woman, right? And then he leaves, and guess what? No debating between themselves, no, I don't know if this is the right move, no, I'm gonna get other facts or any of that. No. As soon as he leaves, the woman goes to the door and lifts up the door to let the devil out, because he was able to capture the devil. He was thinking about that day for forever, and now this frickin' woman let the devil out again. And I'm like, oh my goodness, leave it to a woman to not listen to a man. Oh my goodness. I mean, when the guy, he didn't listen to Brother Jerome, but there was more of an internal battle there. With the chick, she just did what she wanted. She didn't have any consideration for other people. Women are the root of all evil. Women ate the first apple. Slight rage moment aside, I like this episode because I can't believe it. You can't hold the devil. You can capture the devil, but you can't hold it. That's pretty much the out narration too. I like it. So succinct. Great idea. Keep an eye out for the devil all around, because the devil is everywhere. Keep a lookout. I gotta give this episode, it's a solid 8.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another on the platform really likes that. $20 dinos. Patreon.com/ASEPresents for one movie review per 1 month. Help support the daily grind of all them daily movies by going to this link tree. Supporting the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So go here. And until next time, I've been Salad the Saw. I'll see you later to my sour croutons and bacon bits. Oh, is that the devil beckoning me? I'm gonna go towards it.